Hey everyone, Ivan here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. In the last episode, we defeated Blaine, the 7th gym leader, and in this episode, we're gonna do something before we get too far in the game to the point where it becomes a filler episode. So for now, we are actually gonna be flying to Route 10, which I just realized for some reason you can't fly to. But we're going to go to the Pokemon Center right before Rock Tunnel because there is one last dungeon that is one last dungeon that we need to do. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, and so now arriving here, we are actually going to be coming around and going into this little water area. So now that we have a sea skim, we're going to be using that. Because now that enables us to go to a new area. I'm not sure if I've showed off Legiacris in the water. I'm pretty sure I have, even for a moment. But yeah, there it is. Isn't it cool? I think it's incredible. I love this. I love the fact that you can like interact with your Pokemon in this way. But anyways, we are going to be coming down here, avoiding that trainer obviously, because you know, I mean, you know, why would we buy him? Here we get a Thunderstone, and this is actually the last, I'd say the last, like, side dungeon. This is definitely something you could skip if you don't want to do it, but this is something we want to show because, you know, we got to show every little dungeon in the game. But this is the power plant. So the power plant, as it might suggest, holds a decent amount of electric Pokemon. This is actually, a very short dungeon. It's not very long at all. There are a couple new Pokemon we can catch here. Let's go ahead and battle this trainer while I'm going ahead and talking about the power plant. So the first Pokemon that you can catch here is an electric type known as Voltorb. Voltorb is a pure electric type evolving into Electrode. Literally is a Pokeball. This Pokemon is weird. It is definitely very, very fast. I believe it's one of the fastest I want to say Pokemon in general. I could be wrong, but it is incredibly fast. I don't know why I didn't use Thunderbolt there. But it's incredibly fast, and it kind of just lacks everything else. Like, it's, like, I keep saying it's fast, but it is, way fast. But its special attack definitely leaves something to be desired, only being, I think, it's base 80. It's not going to take things out, honestly. It's just, it might, if it's super effective against them, but in reality, it's not going to do very much in battle, just because I don't know why they decided to make an electric-type Pokemon so quick and with nothing to balance it out, but it's honestly kind of garbage. I don't typically raise Electrode, even when I sometimes I consider it, but it just doesn't have that big of damage as the other electric types you can find here. But I mean, if you're interested in it, you can go ahead. It's also a very lazy design. Just the Pokeball. I know it's supposed to be like reminiscent of like Mimics and old RPGs, but this thing is just kind of boring, truthfully. Next Pokemon we can catch here is Magnemite. Magnemite is a Steel Electric type Pokemon, later evolving into Magneton. So this Pokemon isn't as fast as Electrode, but it does make up for it with its incredible not special defense. It does make it up for it with its incredible special attack and its incredible regular defense. It also makes up for it with the fact that it is steel type, so it kind of gets a lot of resistance to multiple types. Definitely recommend this one. The cool thing is that it's not even its final form. It actually can evolve further in other games, but in this game, it can only evolve into Magneton, but that's all it really needs. It's still an incredible Pokemon. I love this Pokemon. I mean, I might be a little biased just because steel types are my favorite typing, but, it's cool. I think it's cool. I mean, it is just a couple of magnets. I guess you could say that about a lot of Pokemon, like Pikachu, just a mouse, but it's definitely cool. I like it. I can't say cool enough, It's pretty strong. But onto that, the next Pokemon is arguably, it's probably the best one out of the three that you can catch here, and that's going to be Electabuzz. Electabuzz, much like Magmar, is a Pokemon that could typically evolve in later on. They're kind of like counterparts, Magmar and Electabuzz, but Electabuzz has some great speed. It also has some great special attack. So it's kind of the mix of both of them. It's not, I believe it doesn't have as much special attack as Magneton does, but it definitely has way more than Electrode, and it also has the ability to really lay on that damage quickly because it is pretty fast. I recommend Electabuzz. I think it's incredibly cool. Honestly, Electabuzz, its evolution is one of my favorite Pokemon to raise, just because it's just so bulky and strong and powerful looking. I love it. I can't say more about Electabuzz. I actually raise it quite often. I was considering it for this run, but I already had Bijou, and I didn't want to get too many electric types, and I also wanted to show Bijou some love. So unfortunately, Electabuzz just got the short end of the straw there. So as you can see, there are a lot of Pokeballs, just an enormous amount of Pokeballs. We saw one earlier that was upside down. That is actually going to be a Mimic, so don't pick those up, because then you'll have to fight a random encounter, which is kind of annoying. But at least they make it more like an easier way to make sure that it is a Pokemon rather than an item rather than a Pokemon, because in the old games, you just had to just pick up every single one and figure out which ones were which. So let's go ahead and pick up this last item. We found the TM Thunder, which would be a little cooler if we didn't already have Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt, I know it doesn't have as much damage, but it's a surefire hit. So as you can see, the reason we came here is because there's another legendary Pokemon. So let's go ahead and interact with it, shall we? This is the second legendary Pokemon that we can catch in this game, and that is going to be Zapdos, the flying electric type Pokemon. So Zapdos is probably the best out of the three. I like it. Oh my god, Vivian, were you that low? Jesus. Okay. Zapdos is fast and has good special, much like a lot of electric types. There's not much I can really say about it other than the fact that it looks badass. I mean, look at that thing. I like it a lot, actually. One of my fondest memories in Pokemon Fire Red was one time I got to the end of the game. Sorry, I just got butt blasted there. I got to the end of the game with, I believe it was like a team full of Pokemon that I was just like, oh, I'm gonna raise them because I've never raised one. It was like Raticate, Butterfree. I had a Charizard. So I used Charizard. So I used them all. Ended up not liking any of them except for Charizard. So I abandoned the team and literally just caught a Zapdos, and I think it was like a Dugtrio or something. And that was it. That was all I used. Like that I didn't use anything else. And I ended up beating the league. So I guess I guess it worked out. Zapdos is also just, I can't get enough of him. His design is just so cool. Although, what's not cool is how much we're struggling here. I guess I forgot to heal up before I came in, so hopefully the Splishy Splash do... Alright, and we hit it with another Zippy Zap. Sorry, my cat just started crying for some reason, so I had to go, I had to just just give him a treat so he would stop crying. But, yeah, so this is kind of hard, but Bijou is, like, living multiple times, so I think the Zippy Zap might be it. Yes, it is. Awesome. So, yeah, that's Zapdos. It's pretty cool. So now it's time for the very, 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 very annoying part of trying to catch it. And it said it was tiny. This thing is small. How did it give us so much trouble? Oh my god, I am not going to lie. That was the most aggravating thing to catch. But yeah, here we go. And we get a good amount of experience. Oh, only 4 members got it. Oh, it's so sad, Vivian and Tauros. I thought Alistar would take a hit from it, but I guess not. So, the legendary bird Pokemon is said to appear when the sky turns dark and lightning showers down. There we go. That is about all we really have to do here. Magneton. Oh, cool. I avoided that thing. So, using this warp pad, we are free to leave. And honestly, I think that's where we're going to end the episode. I would go ahead and just do the next gym, but I don't really want to cram it all in one episode. So, you know, for now, we're just going to call it quits, call it a filler episode. Sorry about how short it is. It's 10 minutes long. But, you know, in the next episode, we're going to be doing some cool things. We're going to finally be facing off against the 8th gym leader and hopefully making our way to the Elite Four, the Indigo Plateau. Okay, so before, this is actually being recorded after, so if it sounds different or if it's a little different, sorry about that. This is just something we should probably do before ending the episode because I felt like the power plant episode was so short. So anyways, we're going to come back to Viridian City here, and we're actually going to meet Trace in front of the gym. Huh? Why is the door locked? Open sesame. Yeah, I guess this isn't going to work. Man. Oh, hey, Ivan. Sheesh. Say something if you're standing there, watching me act all embarrassing like that. Well, never mind. So, how many gym badges have you got these days? 7? Then it looks like we're even. All that's left now is the Viridian City Gym. Same for you, right? But this place is never open. I guess we gotta tell someone that we haven't been able to get into the gym. But who should we talk to? We should probably talk to Professor Oak. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Let's go see if he knows anything. Oh, if it isn't Ivan and Trace. You two are both looking like a lot more grown up than the last time I saw you. It has been a while, and you have impeccable timing as usual. Let me introduce you. This is my grandson. What was his name now? Gramps. No one ever laughs at that joke. Would you give it a break? And besides, we've already met. My own grandson. You're no fun. Yeah, sure, Gramps. More important than that, though. Ivan, Trace, you did awesome. Huh? With Team Rocket. I never thought their boss would actually be holed up there at Silphco, and the two of you managed to take him down. No, it wasn't me. Ivan beat Giovanni all by himself. All I did was help out a bit. So what? You and your Pokemon did your best too, right, Trace? So I've got a little reward for you. As a reward for all your hard work. And we got a Keystone from Blue. A pretty important item. Oh, isn't that a Keystone? A stone that can trigger an evolution that transcends all other evolutions. Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution? What's that? If you have both a Keystone and the right Mega Stone, you can make a Pokemon Mega Evolve in battle. Just one time per battle though. Your Pokemon will get all powered up to battle hard for you. Mega Evolution is proof of a strong bond between a Pokemon and its trainer. Ahem. A brief poem, if I may. When two stones are held, when two hearts become as one, we Mega Evolve. Yikes. The two of you should be able to use these. These are Mega Stones. And we got actually 4 different types of Mega Stones. You're going to take on the Pokemon League, aren't you? Give these a try when you do. So this is something I've briefly mentioned throughout the series, is that some Pokemon actually have the capability of Mega Evolving, making them a little more useful than others. We actually don't have any, well, we do have 2 Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. We have our Lagiacrus, and then we have our Vivian. So they unfortunately can't get their Keystone, or I mean not the Keystone, but their Mega Stone until after we beat the game. So we're not going to be seeing that until a little later, but as you can see, he actually gave us 4 different types of Mega Stones. He gave us a Venusaurite, a Charizardite Y, a Charizardite X, and a Blastonite. So you can hold these in your battle pocket. You don't have to give it to them because obviously Pokemon can't hold items in this game, but if you have a Venusaur, Blastoise, or Charizard, you'll be able to Mega Evolve into a different form. Again, we're not going to be able to show it off, but eventually we'll get to it. Charizard actually has 2, one that Mega Evolves him into a Dragon Fire type, and one that evolves into a Fire Flying type. One's more physically offensive, one's more specially offensive. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk to Blue one more time. Oh, what are you doing back here in Pallet Town? What? Viridian City Gym Leader is never at the gym? Huh, that's odd. Maybe I'll go take a look at myself. Alright, well, I guess that's all we can really do for this episode. So, Oh, if it isn't Pikachu. You want to know what I'm doing? I'm picking flowers. I'm going to make a bouquet for someone very important. Oh, but it's a secret. You won't tell anyone, right, Ivan? Oh, that's right. The Viridian City gym leader came back to the gym at last. Or at least that's what people are saying. You should head off to Viridian City. And with that, guys, it's time we end the episode. So in the next episode, we will be taking on the traveling gym leader, who we don't have any clue who it might be. Oh no! So in the next episode, we will take on the 8th gym leader and make our way to the Indigo Plateau. I'll see you guys then.